Mike here, keep you included in the sky, in the cross sky, the blockchains. So many blockchains being made. I know there's Ethereum maximalists and Bitcoin maximalists that think they're the only chain that should exist. As you may know, I'm a handshaker, so it's its own blockchain, and I support cross chain. I'm interested in Cosmos now. There's more and more of these blockchains and more of these interoperability between blockchains, which I believe is the future, rather than saying there's only going to be one blockchain in the whole world, Bitcoin or, Ethereum blockchain. I believe it makes sense to me. I don't know about you, but I think there's going to be lots of blockchains for different purposes, and altcoins or shit coins or whatever you want to say. Maybe there's some unfortunately bad ones or good ones. I believe this is going to be the future is multiple blockchains. With the gas fees and Ethereum probably accelerated that, but there's just going to be more and more blockchains coming out. So a lot of people, I think today's was inspired by the Uncook on Twitter. Chris Moore actually sent this over to me, and I saw it. If only there was a HNS TLD marketplace built for BTC, Ethereum, ZIL, sad face. And I just replied, Kiba has been working on this for a while, and I'm asking him right here. You can see some of these. Hopefully I didn't show any private message. Anyway, I think people don't know this exists or this is in the works. Honestly, it's deeply technical. He's excited about it, already responded. I'm going to try my best as the not so technical person in this somewhat technical world of Handshake and try my best to go through this. So I read up on the article, and I link it, of course, here at skyinclude.com/XNHNS. So first of all, what do you think that means? Cross-network HNS, cross-network handshake, okay? That's what it means, cross-XN handshake protocol. I'm not sure when this was written. There's no date. I know him and others have been working on this for months, at least, in various discords and chats. I know it's been a lot of work. I'll probably have to make a second video, honestly, because I feel like I'm not going to show how it works, because I don't know how it works. I'm going to try to go through this. Hopefully maybe even keep up back on the YouTube channel to maybe help me, like with .badass, answer some questions. Essentially, he was even working on this before the .badass project, bridging to Ethereum. But basically the point is, XNHNS allows you to buy your domain or TLD on Handshake and own it anywhere, okay? So allows every blockchain in the metaverse to have a single source of truth for identities rooted in Handshake name system. Again, a lot of people want to have SLDs in Handshake, but Handshake is meant to be a top-level domain root zone blockchain. I think this kind of fits the vision of the creators to allow you to own your root name and then bridge it into other blockchains to use for tokenization, NFTs, communities, art, etc., etc., etc. Identity usernames. You could bridge it over to all these different blockchains for different use, and it's using HIP 05 again, Chainlink and ENS domains, to allow you to leverage the power of ENS resolvers with a verifiable root zone at Handshake, which is the point of Handshake, the one single simple purpose of it, the very focus, which is why I like it. It's not trying to do everything. Transforms your HNS TLD into an ERC 721 standard NFT, or we call it NFT TLD, NFTLD, and integrate HNS domains into Ethereum, NFT, and DeFi ecosystem, staking, NFTs, tokenization, etc., etc., etc. So, it means a DAO on XDAI can send revenue to treasury.domain DAO, right? This is a Handshake name, and it will reach that address. Again, I don't know if I want to read this out loud, but see, he was working on this even before the .badass, and noticed some things with .badass. you can read here. So then how he fixes it, or how this fixes it. So I think it's the same ENS instance, so you don't have to make your own smart contracts for your TLD to go onto Ethereum or ENS. So you can leverage this existing smart contract. It's creates a single root zone for Handshake on each blockchain with the same API. So it's kind of like this XNHNS will be the bridge, and then you can kind of take your TLD and cross that bridge, that XNHNS bridge. So they'll set up all these different bridges, and then you as a HNS TLD owner could, I'm thinking of my picture, like follow this bridge to this blockchain, follow that bridge to that blockchain. Pays for all the Chainlink Oracle requests, so it's taking care of that, which again I have to see. I've read this 2 or 3 times, honestly. And you don't have to freeze your domain. So I know with the .badass has frozen. This one you can actually switch it or change it later. You can move it around. Okay, so I don't want this video to be me reading this blog post. You can read it, and it's deeply technical, and we have such talented developers in this community, which we're so fortunate to have, especially Kiba and the HNS Fund, and we're so fortunate, but I'm trying my best here to make this to understand this. So you can read this like a few times over and over and over like I did, and try to understand this as a not so technical person. There's a lot to this, okay? I found another thing Kiba made. Hope it's okay I use this. I took these. Kiba made this. As always, making great stuff. It's just trying to kind of show what all this stuff is to the not techies like me, to you. So he made this chart. Centralization and security risks fixed by Handshake. Okay. Seems like the current or old Web 2 maybe, or not are centralized, and this is the D-Webs, Web 3, future, blockchain, decentralized, right, left, right. So, and then I'm going to go through all these different ones that he drew the lines. Okay, so on the left is nation-state governments. They get their own their 2-letter country code TLDs. Can't enforce censorship or change laws over ICANN. Domain industry better, so nation states can do that. Nation states that don't have to follow ICANN, so that's here, but that's moving. We believe better centralized or decentralized from the centralized to Handshake. Okay, the root zone and all TLDs are governed by a decentralized protocol, which is Handshake, backed by proof of work, which is mining, making censorship and ownership making it impossible to revoke. Okay, the efficiency gains reduce TLDs from $200,000 to $2. I don't know, it's probably even less than $2. You can get them for free, right? So this is how much it costs to get a name on Handshake. Of course, there's the auction and all that. You should know that if you've watched any of these videos on Sky Include, right? So it's basically saying ICANN and nation-state governments having control on a root zone to moving to the Handshake protocol blockchain, decentralized proof of work, all the benefits of a blockchain, right? Instead of a centralized database server system that's regulated by people that could, revoke or take away TLDs and or SLDs, at any time for, whatever reason they deem to be the reason. Okay, so that's, I think we all get this. This is why and many others believe in Handshake. So then there's a root zone. And then there's the application level, registries, registrars, and certificate authorities, which is like SSLs, right? So this is a centralized registry, a centralized registrar, right? This is issuing and taking away SLDs and operating with ICANN's permissions. This is basically how you register domain names, okay? And this is, decentralized smart contracts. This is smart contract registrars. You have your own TLD if you want. And then this is DANE or TSLA records for SSL. Rather than using the certificate authorities, you can use a Handshake with DANE and TSLA to verify. You don't need certificate authorities, which is another big thing that this is fixing. Okay, so this is the chart. And what the next 5 pictures. We'll go through different options. Traditional DNS, as we know, is all on the left, right? It's all centralized. The country controls their TLDs. ICANN controls the other TLDs. The root zones controlled there, and then registrars like GoDaddy, others are doing that. Maintaining the registration of domains in their systems, which actually I don't know if it's totally centralized. I've heard it saying somewhat decentralized, but that's done there. And then I've heard this is, I learned that from skyinclude.com/softfork with JJ. He called it a racket. I think there's just a few certificate authorities that issue the SSL certs. So obviously this is current traditional TNS, right? So that's phase 1 or current stage. ENS domains we've talked about. We had a long one. So it's solving here on the application level, on the SLD level, right? They have .eth, which is their own TLD. I guess I can't let them use that. It's not an ICANN TLD from what I've understood. But it's nothing to do with the root zone, right? ENS domains is not trying to solve the root zone at all. That's a big difference of Handshake and ENS. That's actually why and how we can collaborate with ENS, because they take care of the SLD smart contracts to who owns what SLD and making NFTs, listing on an OpenSea, etc. So ENS solves this. The next stage we've been seeing happening with ENS and DNS, or traditional ICANN domains, they're starting to integrate ENS. So it's still staying on the root zone of ICANN, and then ENS, and then it's still registries here, and still using this SSL, and it stops, it stops here. So this would be like .badass or .eth, I believe. I have to confirm about .eth, but this is like .badass. This is what we've noticed ENS domains starting to do with ICANN TLDs, is starting to integrate ICANN TLDs with ENS, but it's still using the old SSLs, old certificate authorities, which we believe are not efficient. Namebase, which is the biggest registrar, and the gateway to Handshake. So you register your names on the Handshake blockchain with Namebase, auctions, etc., making it super easy. It's using that Handshake root zone. The registry program that just came out, we did a video of Namebase registry. That's not decentralized, right? That is centralized. That's going through gateway.io, 101 domain, and Circa. These are, traditional form registration of SLDs. They're not going to be NFTs on OpenSea or other NFT marketplaces. They are normal domains, right? But they do use the Handshake protocol for the certifications. You need an HNS resolver to open them. You need to use Dane or TSLA. Okay, that's Namebase. And now this is the last one for cross-network HNS, which Kiba and HNS Fund and the team developers are working on. So this obviously is all on the right? Handshake protocol for the root zone, and then you can also use this like ENS style collaboration to use NFT smart contract SLDs and tokenization with the registries and registrars, and also using the Handshake resolvers and Dane and TSLA. So I hope I'm making sense here. And that can be cross-chain, right? That can be on Cosmos, that can be on Polygon, that can be on Ethereum. So it's actually, you got to put a small deposit, and they say not a big deposit because maybe you use that for your own identity as like a username on those platforms. But it says if you're using this for bigger type, more complex like lending DApp, like Nifty, require you to, the name to be liquidated and ownership to be transferred. You'd have to do some customization. So there's a few options if you want to do some more high stakes or high value cross-chain, cross-network collaboration. So it seems like it's meant for, again, I'm probably going to do another video. I asked Kiba already. You can see, you probably saw my direct message. I asked him if he could do a video with me. You could use this for all kinds of stuff across all these different chains with DeFi, NFTs, etc. So it's going to be super exciting. I know we're all just can't wait these Handshake people like me are just can't wait until we can start making these SLDs into NFTs, using this to like stake on proof of stake, you know, for DeFi, to earn interest, to borrow money. There's all kinds of crazy stuff, and XNHNS looks like one of these options to do that. I can't wait to learn more. It seems like you can try it out on XDAI now. I don't know how to do that. I'll make another video. I just thought I'd get this one started. I hope you kept up with me. I hope this is is helpful. I can't wait. I mean, I can't wait. I keep learning and keep sharing. That's what I believe the purpose of the Sky Include channel is about. I know maybe some people said I should learn some of this stuff more before I make a video. This is video 1, all right? I'm going to try to make video 2 later. I want to start to experiment with this myself. I'm really excited. I'm so happy that we have amazing developers. That's what makes this, and a community, that's what makes it so valuable, right? That's what makes any kind of blockchain valuable, is the users, the developers, the community, and people like you watching, me, Kiba, HNS Fund, all these amazing people. Thank you all. Let's keep pushing this forward, and I hope this video helped do that. Take care. Again, I put the notes at skyinclude.com/XNHNS, but of course, and I'll link to all these different things, and you can download this PDF if you'd want. Maybe you could use this to show somebody. This was made by Kiba. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.